As an occupational therapist, I hear far too many people that after their injury, they just lay in bed all day. I get it. I've had a spinal cord injury. I understand that after a spinal cord injury, you don't know what to do. But the biggest thing that I want to get across in this video is that once you're in inpatient rehab, you should not be laying in bed all day unless you have a pressure sore. Like, having a pressure sore is the only excuse I can think of. I'm sure there's more. If you're doing it for any other reasons, it's hurting you more than it's helping you. Orthostatic hypotension is when you sit up and you get lightheaded. That is caused by your blood pressure dropping because it's not used to you sitting up. So if you lay down for too long and you don't sit up enough after that, your blood pressure can drop, and that will make sitting up virtually impossible. So by laying in bed all day, you're basically making sitting up harder and doing what you need to do throughout your day harder, just because you're not getting up from bed and sitting up. If you just got injured in the last month or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or however long, and you're still laying in bed all day and you have full use of your arms, it's not good for you. You need to try to sit up and get out of bed and figure out what to do during the day besides lay in bed. Laying in bed is not the answer. Laying in bed will not help you with anything besides heal a pressure wound. However, it is very important to lay in bed and get off of the wound whenever you do have a pressure sore. If you have a pressure sore, you have the excuse to be in bed. Like, that is what you need to be doing to heal that pressure sore. If you don't have a pressure sore and you have full use of your arms and more, or just your arms, get out of bed, please. It's not doing you any favors to be laying in bed all day. We all lay in bed for too long when we get first injured. That's why a lot of us have orthostatic hypertension after our injury. But by sitting up in our wheelchair throughout a lot of the day, that usually helps our blood pressure regulate. But if we're laying in bed all day, our blood pressure never regulates, and it will always drop whenever you sit up. So please get out of bed. Start sitting up as long as you can. You need to be able to sit in your chair for hours at a time. I sit in my chair for 12 hours or more a day, and I get a lot done because I'm not in bed. I'm getting older, and I do go to bed and stretch and kind of relax more than I used to, but it's only for a few minutes here and a few minutes there. I'm not laying in bed for large portions of the day, and I recommend that you guys don't either. Get out of bed.